All right, today is the day that we cap off this Kanto Pokemon cocktail series, and we are doing that with Nintendo's poster boy, Charizard. He is everywhere, he gets love in every single game, and now he's gonna get some love on my channel reluctantly. As amazing of a Pokemon that Charizard is, because he really does deserve all the hype, he just still gets too much hype. That being said, I don't understand how he's gotten 2 Mega Evolutions. He's gotten a form in every single game no matter what. You're never gonna see this guy left out of the national decks. I mean, he's a favorite and it's just disgusting and it's slanderous towards Blastoise and Venusaur. But regardless, we're gonna make this guy a cocktail. It's gonna be explosive, it's gonna be fiery, it's gonna be beautiful, it's gonna be spicy. And it's actually, you know, compared to the last 2 cocktails we've made, there's a process here. So let's get started. It's gonna take a minute. To get this cocktail started, we are going to make a homemade ginger syrup. Now this is cool because I feel like you're giving it that real spice without doing ginger beer. If you are feeling lazy, you can reduce ginger beer soda down into a syrup. You know, it kind of depends how hard you want to go. Ginger root's really easy to find. I got it at my local Smith's, owned by Kroger. I'm sure you can get it pretty much anywhere. So the first thing you do with ginger is you shave it down. You don't want the outside of the root in your syrup. So let's shave it down, whatever, what is this thing called? A peeler, peel it. And do that without losing any of your own skin. I've done that several times. Honestly, I might do it today. In the meantime, let's get our water boiling. So, while we're peeling the ginger, let's get a cup of water boiling. I don't know how much ginger this is. I paid 25 cents for it, if that tells you anything. All right, so this is all beautifully peeled. We don't have any of the root on there. Now we have to mince this up so that we can get as much of that ginger flavor into our hot water and sugar so we can make a true syrup. You really want to chop it up as finely as possible. My knife skills aren't all that, so as long as you do about as good as me, you're gonna be all right. All right, and this is a cocktail show. This is not a cooking show. So this is plenty fine for me. I mean, it'll get the job done for sure. It's a lot of ginger. I love the flavor of ginger. It makes for an amazing syrup. That's why we're going so hard with this. It's really nice because for cocktails, I feel like you can add ginger to just about anything if it's a spice that you like. If it's not, you're gonna wanna stay far away from it. But this syrup will be extremely versatile in all your cocktails. You'll be able to add it to just about anything and it'll enhance the flavors for sure. We're about to start simmering. Let's throw in our ginger. Why not? All right, we'll bring that to a boil. It smells really good. All right, so now that the ginger and the water has started to boil, we're gonna add our sugar. We added 1 cup of water, so we're going to do 1 cup of sugar. You wanna do equal parts for a rich, simple syrup. We'll give that a stir. We wanna stir this until the sugar is completely dissolved, and then just let it simmer for maybe a couple minutes. So the syrup's been simmering for a while now. We are going to then strain it into our container. You just wanna be careful. This will bubble up because it's so hot. If you pour too much at a time, you'll get hot syrup on you. It's just not good, so be careful. I'm sure there's some sort of recipe out there for like candied ginger, but I don't know what you do with this. So we're gonna be wasteful and throw it away. All right guys, now all we have to do is wait for this to chill. So just like and follow for part 2. Psych, I'm not gonna do that to you. That's not what we're about here. Just let this chill in the fridge. Honestly, you're probably gonna need about an hour to do that, but for the sake of this video, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be extremely unprofessional and pour hot syrup into this cocktail, but it's gonna be okay, I promise. What you're gonna need now is a bottle of whiskey, one that you don't like too much. I personally believe when you're mixing cocktails, especially whiskey cocktails, you don't wanna use something great, you don't wanna use something bad, so we're using blackened whiskey. This is from AC/DC. I got this bottle because AC/DC thought it might be good. It's not, do not buy this. This is the worst like $45 bottle of whiskey I've had. But overall, it's not terrible, it's just not worth the price. So that's why it's perfect for a Charizard cocktail. We're then going to add orange carousel, which is my second favorite ingredient behind blue carousel, but you know, the orange variant. A nice dry orange liqueur. It's a little bit sweet and delicious. After that, come on, it's Charizard. We have to do Fireball. A common question I get here. Okay, so we have whiskey. Not real whiskey. This is pretty weak. Let's go ahead. We have two bottles of whiskey, 45%, 33%. That's really all you need to know about Fireball. It's not real whiskey. We're using it more as a cinnamon schnapps, but because we are using whiskey, it's gonna pair even better. We already have our ginger syrup. We're gonna need a little bit of lemon juice, freshly squeezed, of course. And this is what we'll need to shake the cocktail. After that, We're gonna use your favorite orange soda. Sunkissed really is great. I like Fanta, whatever you wanna call it. But really any orange soda is gonna work. Probably Jones is top tier though, if you can find their orange flavor. And finally, we're gonna need some 151. And to all the trolls out there who say 151 isn't made anymore, you're an idiot. Bacardi's not the only brand. I have my boy Trader Vic and I picked this up like a week ago. So suck on that, haters. Haters fuel the bills, guys. We love them, but we hate them. And that's all you're gonna need. So let's make this cocktail. So Charizard isn't f***ing around. He has the strongest fan base. It's gotta be a strong cocktail. So we are going to do 2 ounces of whiskey. You can lower that down to just 1 if you don't wanna, fully go in, but 2 ounces is gonna work. All right, after the whiskey, we are going to add an ounce of Fireball. Whiskey, if you wanna call it that, not really. I do have to admit, look at this cool collector's edition bottle. I really like it. Wouldn't have bought it otherwise. I would have bought maybe Goldschlager or something. But it's Charizard, you gotta have Fireball in there. To keep with that orange theme, although the whiskey is just about there, this is gonna kind of put it over the edge for that orange color. We're gonna do an ounce of orange carousel. Damn, does that smell strong. Whew. All right, guys, and as unprofessional as I can be at times, we're gonna use freshly squeezed lemon juice. I do like to pre-batch it when I'm doing my long rounds of cocktails, but because we're doing this one fresh on the fly, we're gonna get fresh citrus. And we actually want more than a ½ ounce. We want about 3/4 ounce. So I'm actually gonna measure that in here just to make sure we're getting exactly what we need. Just ½ an ounce in there. And we do need that extra little 1/4 ounce because it's such a sweet cocktail despite there being 2 ounces of whiskey. So we really need that 3/4 ounce of the lemon juice. You can go full if you don't like your drinks as sweet and you want it to have more citrus going around in there, but I think 3/4 is exactly all you need. Next, we'll do ½ an ounce of our ginger syrup. Oh yeah. All right, and now I asked Ivan to grab the ice for me and he got plenty of ice. There's still more in here. He's not letting us go iceless. All right, give it a good hard shake for about 30, 60 seconds. Perfect, so we got the ice forming on the outside, just what we wanted. Now we're going to strain this in. I don't think this needs double strain. We did use fresh citrus, but it's gonna be all right, guys. All right, let's get our orange soda in here. There's probably about 5 to 6 ounces of room in here. And I think it does need it for how much alcohol is in here. Let's give that a quick stir. Color-wise, beautiful. Let's actually try the drink though. So you probably realized there's a lot going on in this cocktail. I mean, it's Charizard, I think that's completely fair, but you're getting citrus, you're getting cinnamon, you're getting the warm whiskey, and you're getting a little bit of ginger. But I think what people don't realize is that ginger is a spice, cinnamon's a spice, they actually do work well together. Hard to describe the flavor. You're getting a lot of spiciness, a lot of orange, and that's really what the cocktail becomes. It's a spicy orange beverage, and that, come on, that sounds delicious. So this cocktail is much better than you'd think. I highly, highly recommend trying it before you slander me for mixing this absurd mix of ingredients together. It's Charizard, but we are not done yet. The most impractical thing I do on my channel is I light things on fire, and Charizard is not gonna miss that. We need 151. We're gonna throw a little bit on top. This isn't gonna ruin the cocktail, right? This is gonna make it a lot stronger, but we're gonna burn a lot of the alcohol off. The problem is that it's dangerous. When you light stuff on fire, especially a very chilled glass, things explode. So you don't wanna do this for too long at all. And we're gonna probably let it go about 30 seconds, get some cool flames in there, and extinguish this before this explodes. I get glass in my eyes. I can't do this anymore. We don't want that. We just want a cool little show. So let's float some 151 on top. Get my cinnamon ready. Get my blowtorch ready. And let's light it up. And that is Charizard. Holy. That's why I said that's dangerous, but I gotta do it one more time. There we have Charizard. Let's extinguish that before it blows up. All right, I'm happy with that, guys. No one's dead. The other problem with lighting the drink on fire, so you actually do get a little bit of a caramel taste, depending on how long you let it burn. From the 151, I want it to look pretty, right? I throw so much cinnamon in here, it's insane. It pretty much ruins every drink that I make because that amount of cinnamon is absurd. You get a grainy texture to it. And that's why I try it beforehand. But you know what? For the sake of it, we're gonna see how interesting it is. And the reason the cinnamon ruins it, you've probably seen it with chocolate powder when you make chocolate milk. Put like liquid into cinnamon and it spreads apart. It doesn't want anything to do with it. And that is exactly why you see it's like super dry right here. Cause yeah, the cinnamon's hydrophobic. You don't want to fuck with that. And yeah, so it tastes like nothing but cinnamon now. It's not ruined, but yeah. So that's our Charizard cocktail. Of the three, I think because it's so complex and it's a lot more exciting than the other three, it is my favorite. I still love Blastoise more for its simplicity, but it is simple and it's just strong, really. Whereas with this Charizard one, we're playing with a lot of different liquors and flavors and it just works. Like I said, there's so much spiciness without being overpowering. I just love it. If you're gonna try one of the drinks, try Blastoise. But if you're looking to actually go out and try something new, be a little bit more adventurous, Charizard's where it's at. Trust me, there's gonna be a million uses for your ginger syrup. You're not gonna waste any of your time or ingredients by making it. Honestly, all these things are great things to have in your bar anyway, even Fireball. That's Charizard. That is it for the Kanto cocktails. I mean, I love Gengar. I have a little Gengar watch on right now. Nintendo loves Gengar, so that might be in the pipeline. But I think for now we can call it and we can start doing something else. So let me know what you guys want to see. I'm excited to just keep making drinks in my new little studio. It's been fun. It's been exciting. I'll see you guys on the next video.